You have done the hard work. You have journeyed through 4 critical modules. You learned about vision. You learned about strategy. You learned about execution. And you learned about leadership. Each one gave you a powerful tool. Each one built a specific skill. But tools in a toolbox are only potential. They do not build the house on their own. Now is the time to bring everything together. We are going to take those separate pieces and forge them into a single integrated plan. We call this the Legacy Blueprint. It is the master document for the next 50 years of your impact. It is your map from today to a future you can barely imagine. A legacy blueprint is more than just a plan. It is a declaration. It is the difference between someone who is simply trying to do good things and someone who is a finisher. A finisher is a person who sees their work through to the end. They build things that last far beyond their own involvement. They do not just start projects, they create institutions. This blueprint is your commitment to becoming a finisher, your single source of truth to guide you, your team, and your successors for decades to come. Everything starts with why. We have said this from the beginning. Your personal purpose is the fuel for your journey. But for a 50-year legacy, that purpose must be bigger than just you. It needs to be scaled into a generational mission. We must find your 50-year North Star. This is the guiding light that will remain constant, even as the world changes. It is the core belief that will inspire people to join your cause long after you are gone. It is not a goal to be achieved. It is a direction to be followed. It is the infinite game you are choosing to play. Think about the cause that gets you out of bed every morning. Now imagine that cause carried forward by others in 50 years. What is the one truth that must remain? To find this North Star, look deep inside. What is the one problem you feel called to solve? What is the one positive change you want to see in the world? Your personal purpose is the seed. Your 50-year mission is the great tree that grows from it. For example, your personal purpose might be to help people find their voice. A 50-year mission that scales this could be to build a world where every person feels heard and valued. See the difference? This is the visionary anchor for your blueprint. Clear, noble, inspiring enough to attract others for half a century. Define the character of the institution that will carry it. Your identity bank. A collection of core traits, behaviors, and values. The DNA of your legacy. A 50-year vision can feel overwhelming. It is so big and so far away that it can be hard to know where to start. This is why we must break it down into manageable horizons. A great strategy connects the vision of tomorrow to the actions of today. We will do this by setting clear objectives for 3 distinct timeframes: 10 years, 25 years, 50 years. Each horizon has a different focus. Each builds upon the last. This creates a clear and logical path from where you are now to where you want to be. It makes the impossible feel possible. The first horizon is 10 years out. The focus here is on infrastructure and systems. This is where you build the foundation, the engine that will power the journey. What tools, processes, and platforms must be in place to support your mission for the long haul? Establish a financially sustainable model, build a robust technology platform, create a repeatable system for training new team members, and secure key partnerships. At the 10-year mark, you have a strong, stable organization that can operate efficiently and scale effectively. You have built the vessel capable of the long voyage. The second horizon is 25 years out. The focus shifts to leadership and succession. Identify, develop, and test the next generation of leaders. Your goal is to make yourself redundant. The mission thrives without its founder. The final horizon is 50 years out. Focus on institutional outcomes, the tangible legacy that proves the cathedral was built. A beautiful blueprint is useless if the builders do not know how to work. Vision and strategy set the direction, but execution is what creates movement. To sustain momentum over 50 years, you cannot rely on sheer willpower or charisma. You need systems. Simple, repeatable processes institutionalize progress. These systems become the engine of your legacy. We will focus on 3 key systems: a pivot protocol for adaptability, accountability rhythms for consistency, and reporting rhythms for clarity. The world will change over 50 years. Your blueprint must be living. A pivot protocol predefines how to make major strategic changes. It is not about changing your North Star. Your why is fixed. It is about changing the how when obstacles or opportunities emerge. Define who decides, what data is required, and how change is communicated. This prevents panicked, emotional decisions. It allows agility without losing the way, the rudder that steers the ship. Accountability is not blame. It is ownership. weekly huddles, monthly reviews, quarterly leadership summits. The key is rhythm. Make it scalable for a team of 5 or 500. Deliver the right information to the right people at the right time. Few key metrics, visual, and tied to your horizons. Clear reporting creates a shared, accurate understanding of reality, replacing opinions with facts. A legacy is not truly a legacy until it can survive its creator. The ultimate test of your leadership is to build something that does not need you anymore. This requires thoughtful governance. You need to appoint people who will protect the mission long after you are gone. These are the keepers of the flame. We call them the guardians. Their job is not day-to-day operations. Their job is to protect the North Star and the identity bank. Define roles, responsibilities, and powers in a guardian protocol, and write it into your legal structure. One critical power is veto authority against any major decision that violates the North Star or the identity bank, protecting long-term vision from short-term pressure. Succession is more than a name. It is tested mastery, skills, and commitment to the cause. The success triad, vision, strategy, execution, becomes the framework. Potential successors must demonstrate mastery. Guardians oversee and certify readiness, removing emotion and bias with objective standards. This creates a clear, principled path to leadership, building a dynasty of worthy stewards of the flame you first lit. Before you finalize and seal your legacy blueprint, you must put it to the test. A plan that looks good on paper may have hidden weaknesses. A structural audit is essential. Ensure it is inspiring, robust, coherent, and resilient. There are 3 essential checks you must perform: the alignment check, the dependency check, and the anti-fragility test. Go through your blueprint and ensure every piece connects back to your North Star. Does your 10-year infrastructure support 50-year outcomes? Do rhythms measure progress to your horizons? Does succession reflect your identity bank? If anything is disconnected, adjust it to align or remove it. Find critical points of failure. Avoid over-reliance on one person, funder, technology, or partner. Build redundancy and diversification with clear contingencies. Aim beyond resilience. Ask how chaos can strengthen you. Design feedback loops, encourage experimentation, and empower decentralized decision-making. Do not skip this step. A strong audit is what makes a good plan a great one, creating focus and power. Theory is wonderful, but action is what matters. It is time to move from learning to doing. The task can feel enormous, so we will start with 4 clear tactical steps. Completing these steps gives you structure, momentum, and makes the rest manageable. Your journey as a finisher begins with this first concrete work. Let's get started. First, consolidate your outputs: vision, strategy, execution, leadership. Go back and gather everything you have created: purpose statements, strategic goals, system ideas, leadership thoughts. Bring it all into one place. Do not edit yet, just collect. This consolidation shows how much you have accomplished and provides your building blocks. Second, draft your eternal decree: 3 to 5 core values that will never, ever change. Drawn from your North Star and identity bank. These are the non-negotiables, the constitution of your legacy. Serve others first. Act with courage. Seek the truth. Keep it short enough to memorize. When in doubt, ask, does this honor our eternal decree? Third, map your horizons with definitions of done. What does success look like at each stage, in concrete, measurable terms? 10 years. 100% funded by diversified revenue and a documented playbook. 25 years. 3 mission-aligned CEO candidates ready. Finally, appoint your first guardians, the initial keepers of the flame. You now hold the keys. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. You have the framework. You understand how to forge a vision, strategy, execution engine governance model into a single, powerful legacy blueprint. You know how to build something that lasts. The gap between the person who tries and the person who finishes is not a gap of talent or resources. It is a gap of intention and commitment. It is the choice to create a master plan. It is the decision to build an institution, not just a business. To build a cause, not just a career. The path ahead is long. There will be challenges you cannot yet imagine. In those moments, your legacy blueprint will be your anchor. It will be your compass. It reminds your team and successors why this work matters. The enduring voice speaking clearly to future generations. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until you have all the answers. The time to begin is now. Today. Take the first step. Consolidate your notes. Write down a first draft of your eternal decree. Your first attempt will not be perfect, but it will be real. It will be a start. A legacy is built over decades of consistent, focused action, starting with the courage to put your plan on paper and declare your intention. So, I issue you this final call to action. Take what you have learned and build your cathedral. Draft your blueprint. Appoint your guardians. Commit to the 50-year journey.